Right guys, so I was lucky enough to splash out and get a new fish finder, and it's the all singing, all dancing Garmin Pandopix live scope system, so hopefully it helped me catch a few more fish as well. But just done a little video to show you how I've installed it on the Hobie Outback, and any others considering sort of fitting it to the same kayak or adapting an idea for their kayak, you're more than welcome to have a look and a watch and see if you can get something from it. Cheers guys. So here's the transducer mast deassembled. So we've got the transducer, just the cable running up through it, and I've just used tiger seal, big blob of that, and just push that into 32mm pipe. At the end I've cut a window for the cable to come out. Show you what that's going to do in a minute. I have there, you could use a T-piece, but I've got a gear knob off the car. So that is Mercedes-Benz AMG gear knob into a 32mm joiner. 40mm pipe, 1-inch round ball, screwed and bonded on. And we'll assemble that and see what it looks like. Oh, I forgot, an O-ring. Now that is just going to go on here. It's just going to give a bit of resistance here, so that if I turn it, it doesn't sort of spin back the other way if it's under any tension in the tide, or, you know, by the cable or anything like that. But also I've cut this shorter so I can slide this up to clear the bottom, and that O-ring is going to give sufficient resistance to stop it dropping back down into the tide. Okay, so here's the brains. I was a bit concerned about how waterproof or not this unit might be, and it's obviously important that I don't put it in a waterproof box, I think, because it looks like it's got all these cooling fins on it. So I've got these pegs that screwed through here, and they join here. Don't know what they're from, but the idea is to stop this sitting in a pool of water. So it's going to be suspended with the yak resting here, and then these in a block of foam, so I can slide it in and out between the foam and the kayak. But also, so if I do take on a bit of water at any time or do have an accident, it's not sat in water. That's the theory anyway. I'll show you what I mean. So this is going to sit up against the top here in between the two foam blocks, and these are going to sit in another foam block just to stop it all rattling around. A little bit hard to lift and show you at the same time because it's quite heavy, but so it's like it's made for it, just in here like this. Just sizing out a bit of foam there. So there she is. I've mounted one of these previously for a friend, and we screwed it under here underneath the seat, but this one, it's just like no drills, but that's in there. It's like a moderately tight interference fit with no drilling, and that's just sandwiched there between foam, as I say, to keep it out of the water. It looks reasonably watertight as a unit, but you know, you never know, and it's not, let's be honest, saltwater environment, it's not great with electric, so any little measure that I can do to help, I've done. So that fits in there. The excess transducer wires coiled up in here. I'll tidy that up a little bit as I finish the installation. But the great thing is, the bucket drops in there and also stops it sliding forward. So here's the head unit mount, and I've just screwed it to a waist cap. This may be temporary, it may be full term. Just haven't really decided yet, but I'm going to mount it in the front rod holder. We'll show you that later, but it's easily taken off and reversed if I wanted to change the position of it without drilling any further holes in the yak. So that's my start of my mount. So I've just bent my 40mm pipe with a joiner on the end. So I use a joiner just to twist it down after warming up the pipe, just to straighten up the head unit. Now this, it's just insulation tape. I just wind it on till I get an interference fit with the kayak mounted rod holder. And it sits in there like that. I say that's quite quite a tight fit, and the kink in the pipe is perfectly in line with the rod holder. So I've just taken the shavings off that I used for drilling out one of the other holes on the kayak where I put the transducer through hole. All I'm going to do is mount the shavings into the holes of my previous echo sounder for the time being. So the aim of this really is just obviously make it watertight, but I don't want lumps of silicone all over the place and all that sort of stuff. So by doing this, I think we're going to get quite a neat, just mounting it out and then pushing it down through that hole. Should get quite a neat finish, and then we'll just pick off the excess after. And of course it's going to be a similar-ish, probably a bit darker, but a similar-ish colour to the original. Just keep trying to push that into the hole. There you go. Okay, and now I'm just going to cut off the excess like that. So blind man will be pleased to see that. That's pretty good. So here it is, guys. Here's the finish installation. As I say, that turns so I can look different directions with the eye. And it's just attached via this, which also means that shallow water or whatever, I can quickly pull it up out the way. The post and the head unit. And now we're all ready for tomorrow's maiden voyage. Okay, so if I'm ever coming in for a rough landing, I intend to take this out and stick it in a dry bag, which is one of the reasons I've mounted it the way I have. So it's just a case of unscrewing the two connections and then pulling them out. So I'm really looking forward to getting out and trying this out, and after a few trips I should do a review. So if you want to see that review, or you want to see some kayak fishing, just fishing in general, all kinds of fishing, you know, maybe this is a channel for you and you might want to subscribe. But as I say, not fussed either way, as you know, don't do this for the followers, I do it for my own pleasure. It's just something that I enjoy doing, and hope you guys enjoy watching it. Cheers.